Hello, beautiful soul. This is Galitta from Galitta Healing Arts, and today I would like to share with you three ways of how you can enjoy creativity, to release stress and to reduce anxiety and to find your center and to have some clarity and, of course, some fun. I will share some of my own notebook, drawing book, sketchbook, because it brought me so much joy, and I started the whole Happy Goddessa design out of total fun and as my hobby. But you don't have to be an artist. You can try those three techniques just for your own self to find peace and to find joy. So let's see. First one, I would like to talk about doodling. Now, people think that doodling is just a mindless kind of thing, but actually some of the biggest famous thinkers like Albert Einstein and Steve Jobs were also doodlers. Why? Because they were using sketching and a pen and a paper to generate creative ideas, and it somehow helped our memory and help us think clearly. So I remember when I was like 9 or so, I had not a very pleasant teacher. And she was very strict, and she was annoyed all the time when I was sketching on my notebook. I didn't know at the time that it's called doodling, and it has a purpose. And she insisted that I'll stop doing that and focus on the lesson, because she said nobody can do two things at the same time. Which I was surprised, because later I realized, well, I'm not the only one who can do and actually need to do some sketching in order to concentrate and to figure things out. So I did sketched, and she punished me for it. So you should just give yourself the permission, not only when you speak on the phone, but sometimes when you try to solve a problem, just sketch and give yourself a free hand to see what will come. And you can analyze it later, but what you will sketch will be the exactly thing that your subconscious mind needs you in order to connect the dots and to express some things. So doodling is recommended. And how do you do that? You just take a pen and paper, and it doesn't have to be beautiful. You give yourself permission to do an ugly thing and just have an expression attached to why you're doing that, and then you start. One way would be to start from the middle. If you will start from the middle and start to allow yourself to go places, that will surprise you what will come out. And it will also give kind of a feeling of exploring. You can also take it in lines and sketch anything that you want. The second thing I would like you to think about, because it's so much fun to do and it's also very constructive, it's something that's called, and I hope I pronounce it right, Z-tangles. And that means basically that you are creating these intricate patterns of repetitive strokes. It is really calming for the mind, and it's also bring us into a meditative state. And it's similar to mindfulness, where your worry is going away and you're fully present in the moment. And I find that it's very constructive. And the way you do that is just like here, just taking a piece of paper and separating it into different segments, and allow yourself to fill up the space with shapes. And again, you will have no idea what you're doing. And this is exactly the purpose. Another part of you that is not your rational thinking, planning, left brain will start to do stuff which will be surprising and delightful and give you a chance to express something. And I find with Z-angles that in the end it can look so interesting and beautiful. So the rhythmic nature of creating rectangles patterns really promote kind of relaxation. It gives you the help to improve your focus and your concentration. So next time when you feel like doodling, please think, don't have a goal, just put pen to paper and allow your other self, your inner self, your confused self, your happy self, just to sketch something. And that is the goal. The goal is not to make something beautiful. But after a time, you start to get ideas to build on top of the ideas, and then you can come into some more sophisticated. And that can be fun and bring you to the next level of creation. So here are some examples. If you just make few squares on the page and start to fill them with shapes inside shapes, there is great adventure in finding out what happens and how things can change form. And if you look at rectangles patterns, sometimes it has optic effect. But you don't even have to get so sophisticated. What will happen if you will just add letters to go in the page? And even let a thought or a message from your guides or from your creative mind, the universe, whatever, share with you some idea, like all is well, like ideas of well-being. I find that it's very interesting to draw to myself something that I didn't know that that's what I was feeling or that's what I was thinking. So incorporating words, incorporating yourself in the picture, and just go with the shapes. Any shapes, any form will bring you something, will give you the next idea. So I made for my daughters a few circles on the page and I asked her to fill it up. And she did. And by filling it up, she created the next thing I would like to talk to you about, which is coloring. Coloring is so wonderful. And you can get coloring books for adults everywhere. It's very popular. For me, I started to do all of the Happy Goddessa design because I wanted to color. I wanted to color and I wanted to color a specific thing I was busy with. I was busy with the subject of connecting to the divine feminine in myself, in the world. I tried to make sense. I was writing a book and I wanted to have the face of the Queen Sheba I was drawing. So I was looking for her face, and slowly patterns and black and white sketches started to be filled up with color. And the subject of coloring is extraordinary. Sometimes they call it color therapy or art therapy, because just by choosing the colors, and you do that with your intuition, there's a part of you that is not the thinking mind, that is starting to think, to feel, oh, here it should be red, or here I'm choosing this blue. That helps you balance your mind and give you also peace of mind. And it's all shapes that you can do on a paper and then fill it in. And this is such a great thing I would like you to try. So those three wonderful things, just doodling with zero expectation, just for the purpose of expression, then turning it to rectangles or to something else, allowing yourself to color, all for the purpose of finding your joy, finding your balance, finding your inner peace, enjoying it. See where it goes. So that's your mission. Find a pen or paper and tell yourself how you feel. Show yourself where you are at this moment and enjoy every minute.